former President Trump named Tulsi Gabbard to his transition team. This team would help select cabinet members for Trump's possible second term in the White House. The ex-Democratic presidential candidate and former Hawaii Congresswoman formally endorsed Trump yesterday at a National Guard Association event in Detroit. Gabbard joins Robert Kennedy Jr., J.D. Vance, and Trump's son, Eric and Don, as honorary co-chairs of the transition team. Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris picked up some key endorsements from a surprising source. More than 200 former Republican presidential aides and campaign staffers have thrown their support behind the Democratic presidential candidate. In a letter published Monday, staffers who worked for both Bush presidents, the late Senator John McCain and Senator Mitt Romney, declared their endorsement for Harris. Both McCain and Romney ran for president as the Republican nominee. The letter echoes the pledge of support from a similar group of Republicans for President Joe Biden ahead of the 2020 election. Former President Barack Obama's presidential library is becoming a reality. The $800 million Obama Presidential Center is rising above the south side of Chicago. The 225-foot museum tower is part of a nearly 20-acre campus near Lake Michigan. That will include a branch of the Chicago Public Library and, get this, an NBA regulation athletic complex.
I would say that's been a journey that we've taken a lot of lessons learned from along the way, but it's helping us shape to hopefully make a pretty good presidential center.
Very exciting. Delayed by a park preservation lawsuit and the COVID pandemic, the site is set to open in spring of 2026. A Schofield soldier is now charged in connection with the disappearance of his pregnant wife. 19-year-old Misha Johnson went missing on July 31st and is feared dead. Her husband, Private First Class Dwayne Arthur Johnson II, is charged with providing false statements, obstruction of justice, and the production and distribution of child pornography. Johnson remains in pretrial confinement pending a preliminary hearing.
We'll see a fair bit of drier conditions by lunchtime for the leeward sides mainly. Windward sides will still see those passing showers. And as far as the surf, heads up, box jellyfish swimming in today for the next couple of days for South Shores. And we are expecting maybe a little bit of activity from Gilma coming into the east sides. And then heads up, right? We're expecting wet weather from Gilma, especially on Friday. Some of the showers could linger through Saturday. Also coming in with Gilma, lighter winds on Friday and Saturday. So Friday and Saturday, at least the start of the weekend, going to be a little sticky. More normal, drier trading weather coming back on Monday.
This See It Now digital news brief is sponsored by Long's Drugs, bringing our heart to every moment of your health.